Please react to what writer Sally Armstrong says about you in her book, Bitter Roots, Tender Shoots. The quote is, "She contradicted herself in demanding the international community leave the country 1 minute, of warning that if they left, the place would collapse into civil war the next. She vilified those who would help in one breath, and in the next one, accused the world of abandoning it." So the questioner would like you to respond to that allegation from the book, Bitter Roots, Tender Shoots.
Let me say that first, it's just a big lie. I think you also maybe heard some of my speeches, at least on YouTube, or some of my interviews, or maybe some of you attended the conference that last time here was a huge audience, more than now. And unfortunately, I got a strong support from Democrat Canadian people that here. Same, I faced strong support in US and other European countries, NATO countries who have troops in Afghanistan, while when I said that with loud voice on behalf of my people, we wanted the withdrawal of all of the troops, as we want now. And yeah, but from audience, there was some question that if the troops leave Afghanistan, what will happen? They were worried about civil war. Then I was explaining to them, same like today that I told you, that we are fighting against 3 kinds of enemies: warlord, Taliban, and occupation forces. When occupation forces leave Afghanistan, we will fight 2 enemies instead of 3. And this is not new, that now I told you. Many times in the past also I repeat it, and I strongly believe in this. Why? Because these occupation forces giving gun, dollars, powers to these terrorists. And you can read the book of Robert Dreyfus. The name is Double Scheme. It will help you more to know about the wrong policy of the US that in the past, not only in Afghanistan, in countless, especially Muslim countries, they support fundamentalists for their own interest. Same, they occupied Afghanistan because of geopolitical location of Afghanistan. They changed Afghanistan through these warlords, drug lords, to the capital of the drug in the world. In the meantime, they keep situation in danger like this to be here, not only to expanding their military bases, also they will have access to the gas and oil of the Central Asian republics. They want to control easily Iran, Pakistan, Russia, Uzbekistan, etc. These are briefly what I told you, the reasons that they occupied Afghanistan after 9/11. It was a very good excuse for them, especially catastrophic situation of the women, to occupy my country. And they occupied. And every day they make an excuse that to be longer there, because media is very good tool in the hands of them to change the mind of the people. Maybe you hear that sometimes that, for example, from media, it's a famous saying, I don't remember exactly the name of this person, who says that for many times when you say something black is white, 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 maybe people will believe this is white. Same like, it's just the so-called good war of the US in NATO. Canadian government also that follow the strong policy of the US, dirty policy of the US, which is just war crime. We condemn, and we will condemn if voluntarily they will not leave Afghanistan. I'm sure they will face with the resistance of my people more. We will give them good lesson which we gave in the past to the British, to the Russia, the superpower country. Anyway, just this is propaganda, and if they have any proof, let's bring.
Thank you. The next question. My father and one of my uncles have done a total of 4 tours in Afghanistan as soldiers in the Canadian military. Their big thing is ramp ceremonies where coffins of fallen soldiers are loaded onto transport aircraft, attendance being required. With this, their question is, why? A question they have expressed concerns that they haven't answered fully when it comes to Afghanistan. With the Thanksgiving weekend approaching, where I will be spending time with them, do you have any advice, thoughts, or suggestions I could pass on to?
I said condolences on behalf of my people, and now again, I pass condolence on behalf of you to those families who lost their sons, their daughters in Afghanistan for this war crime. So my message to you is that to tell them, especially those families, if you made that, change their sorrows, their tears to the strength, and raise their voice strongly against the wrong policy of their government. against the occupation in Afghanistan. Join their hands with democratic-minded people of my country, intellectuals and some parties that we have that still they are risking their life, they are underground and they are active. They are able to fight the terrorism and these fundamentalists, and they are the future of Afghanistan. They need your special educational support, which is a key toward emancipation. And also with more examples, I explain in my book as one chapter I dedicated to this question, as I face always from audience, that what we can do for Afghan people, how we can bring positive changes. And I explained there very well. You can even mention the book to them. It will help that to, at least when read the book, to know about 30 years war in Afghanistan first. When they know the reality, then I'm sure they know how to help, and they will help more. And so my message to you, my strong message on behalf of my people is that to let them know about the wrong policy of their government and stand up against occupation in my country.